Hello, YouTube. Axiom Man here once again. And first of all, happy Valentine's Day. Personally, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. It's not because I'm a grouch, I just don't. But boy, did we get some Valentine's Day news and a gift from Marvel Studios. If you've been checking the internets all day today, they released, on top of the Deadpool trailer that just happened on Super Bowl Sunday, which was already big news. Today they dropped a big bomb, right? They let us know the cast of the Fantastic Four, obviously who's going to be playing who, and they gave us a date for the movie, right? If you haven't checked the internet yet, it's July 25th, 2025, next year. Huge news, and they finally let us know who is actually going to be cast, in their respective roles. Um, you can check anywhere. I don't even have to tell you, but we have Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman, Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I'm trying to read the screen here. It's Evan Moss Backrash. I'm probably butchering that name. As Ben Grimm, as the Thing. It's clobbering time. And then we have Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. Some of those names might not be familiar to a lot of people. Pedro Pascal is the given one, right? He's already been in the geekdom world, I guess, if you will, in The Last of Us. He's Mando himself. But the rest of them, unless you've seen their work, might be unfamiliar. I mean, I know they were for me personally. A little bit of research, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And I really dig the cast. I'm loving it. Just I don't want to really know anything about the story. I don't really want to know about the plot. I just want to be surprised at this point. A lot of people have their opinions on the current state of the MCU. I'm not going to dive into that. I just want to make this video to show my excitement that I'm actually kind of into the MCU once again. Not that I wasn't, not that I ever fell off. Disappointed at times, yes, especially in the last couple of years. But I'm sticking around. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking it out. I'm toughing it out. But yeah, I mean, this is, it's Marvel's first family. For those that maybe you've been living under a rock. I'm not trying to insult anybody here, but if you guys don't know the story of the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, and you've never heard Stan Lee tell this story, let me tell it to you really quickly now. Stan Lee was going to quit comics. It was because of his wife that he stuck around. He was going to quit because he hated writing the stories that he was writing at the time. And his wife convinced him, if you're going to quit anyway, Stan, then why don't you just do one story? Write one story the way you want to tell it. And if they fire you, what? Who cares? You wanted to quit anyways. The story he wrote was the Fantastic Four. That's what launched the Marvel Universe. So while we all love Stan Lee, I love Stan Lee, it's his wife that we should really be thanking for this entire mythology. All these stories was because of his wife's recommendation, his wife's suggestion to just write one more book the way you want to do it, Stan. Amazing. Come on, what are the odds, right? And look at the aftermath of that. I love that story. And while I'm loving the casting, the only thing that put a damper on that was the fact that it's being released on San Diego Comic Con's weekend. Uh, that shouldn't be like a bad thing, but for some of us that attend the con, there's so much going on already. Now we have to add this movie on top of everything else. A good problem to have, obviously. In my world. But one thing I do have a humongous question mark on is this guy. They didn't tell us who is being, who they cast as Doctor Doom. And that's kind of cool because I don't want to know yet. This is already big news. Happy Valentine's Day. If you guys haven't seen the images, they're there. But I want to know who's being cast as this guy. Ooh. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to do a quick little reaction on, with Deadpool and with this news. All right, They're reeling me back in. They're getting me excited about the MCU once again. Uh, I'll see you guys in the next one. Collect what you love what you collect. Till next time.